Political system. Political systems are the institutions and mechanisms by which a territory is governed. It also established the rules that govern political activity and offer a framework for allocating resources to various interest groups.
God save the Queen!
First on the list is monarchy, a form of government in which a group, generally a family representing a dynasty, embodies the country's national identity, and its head, the monarch, exercises the role of sovereignty. The actual power of the monarch may vary from purely symbolic to partial and restricted, or the constitutional monarchy, to completely autocratic, which is the absolute monarchy. Traditionally, the monarch's post is inherited and lasts until death or abdication. In contrast, elective monarchies require the monarch to be elected. Both types have further variations as they are wildly divergent structures and traditions defining monarchy. There are two types of monarchy: the absolute monarchy and the limited monarchy. The limited monarchy is where the authority of the head of state is also bound or restricted by the constitution, a legislature, or unwritten customs. The king or queen is not only one to decide, and their entourage also exercises power, mainly the prime minister. Meanwhile, the absolute monarchy is a form of monarchy in which the monarch rules their own right or power. In an absolute monarchy, the king or queen is by no means limited and has absolute power, though a limited constitution may exist in some countries. These are often hereditary monarchies. Next is dictatorship, a type of political system where the ruling person has full control of the state institutions and the entire society. They gain state powers through rigged elections or by overthrowing the government. In the systems of government, human rights and liberties are never respected and are almost always violated. Military dictators are different from their motivation for seizing power, the institutions through which they organize their rule, and the way in which they leave power. The citizens under the dictatorship are never consulted, and only a few benefit. Those who question or criticize the government are assassinated or imprisoned, while others seek exile. Then, after that, is totalitarianism. It refers to political systems that include all of the features of authoritarianism but are even more repressive, as they try to regulate and control all aspects of citizens' lives and fortunes. People can be imprisoned for deviating from acceptable practices, or may even be killed if they dissent in the mildest of ways. Both forms of government discourage individual freedom of thought and action. Totalitarianism attempts to do this by asserting total control over the lives of its citizens, whereas authoritarianism refers to the blind submission of its citizens to authority. Lastly is democracy. The type of government with which we are most familiar with is democracy. Democracy meaning rule of the people, a system of government in which the citizens exercise power directly or elect representatives. Democracy is sometimes referred to as rule of the majority. Democracy is a system of processing conflicts in which outcomes depend on what participants do, but no single force controls what occurs and its outcomes. This includes freedom of assembly, association, property rights, freedom of religion and speech, inclusiveness and equality, citizenship, consent of the government, voting rights, freedom from unwarranted governmental deprivation of the right to life and liberty, and minority rights. Philippine democracy has been in existence longer than any other in the Southeast Asia. The Philippines' transition to democracy following the overthrow of the authoritarian regime in 1986 is characterized by the country's resilience in the face of different backsliding events and its continual adjustments in the face of socio-economic and political circumstances. More than 42% of Filipinos are under the age of 18, making them a prime demographic to shape the future of the Philippines' democracy. But young people's in is often hindered since they are excluded from political processes and seldom serve in elected cabinet positions, legislatures, or public affairs agencies. We interviewed some students to find out what they thought democracy might do to better the lives of its citizens and the society.
Hi, ako po si Julia May Diaz. Third year psychology student po. So, sa akin yung democracy ay nakakatulong sa mga Pilipino, hindi lang sa mga Pilipino at sa ibang tao din. Kasi meron tayong choice kung sino yung gusto nating ibotong kandidato.
Hi, ako po si Jubert Pista, PS Entrepreneurship. Through democracy, we can have freedom of speech. Kapag may freedom of speech tayo, may kalayaan tayong i-express yung sarili natin. And in that way, mag-help yun mag-improve kung nasaan tayong lugar.
Thank you!
Hi, ako nga pala si Chalene Monez, BSBM student. First year BSBM student. It helps us to improve our decision in life. Like, hindi lang isang opinion yung tinatanggap, yung opinion ng lahat. Pag narinig kasi natin yung opinion ng bawat isa, pwedeng mag-create ng idea na mas tama pala yun, mas better pala yun.
I'm Agna Prishana Dayan, MBS Medical Technology first year. The government is a democratic one. It is more likely to secure peace and economic development.
I'm Cassandra, BS Psychology. And democracy is na-improve na yung quality of decision making.
My name is Micaela Tadeo po. Fourth year student po from BS Biology. Me po, democracy helps improve our society by maintaining its law and order and nakaka-help din po siya sa pag-maintain ng power sharing po natin dito sa society po natin.
My name is Jacob Ira de Austria from Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Para po sa akin, democracy improves the fundamental human rights.
Silda po, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science po. Democracy po, doon po sa democracy, pag under po tayo nun, tayo po ay nagkakaroon ng boses. Since tayo rin po ay naapektuhan ng mga nagiging desisyon ng gobyerno, may karapatan po tayong magkaroon ng, may karapatan po tayong mag-comment about doon po. Yun po, active participation lang po siya sa government. Kasi tayo rin po na may naapektuhan.
Thank you!
Hello everyone, my name is Dana Charmaine P. Delaria, a BA Political Science student in Cavite State University, and as a political science major, I believe that the importance of democracy in the society is that it values or it appreciates the people as one of the important element of the state. And as we know, democracy gives people the right or the privilege to choose the leader that we wanted to and the leader that would govern us. But not only that, because it also gives us the power to exercise a right to vote and to be reminded of our obligation as a citizen of our country and of our state. And through democracy, we are exercising a utilitarian value of the greater good of the greater people, because we know that as people or as part of the state and the nation, we are not just living here through our privileges and our rights. We are also obligated to take part in the societal issues that will affect us and will affect our future, and also we are expected to be part of the decision making of the state and the government itself.
Lagit-lagi para sa bayan. Lagit-lagi para sa bayan.
Lagit-lagi para sa bayan.
Lagit-lagi para sa bayan.
Lagit-lagi para sa bayan.
Lagit-lagi para sa bayan.
Lagit-lagi para sa bayan.